Hey there, everybody. Welcome to our review of Grey's Anatomy, Season 17, Episode 14. Now, entering this episode, we were told, okay, huge Jesse Williams episode.
Yep.
Jackson's going to have a lot going on.
Yep.
I will say, the moment that I saw earlier, it's like 2 hours ago, oh, Jesse Williams is doing like this live Instagram takeover over on the show's official Instagram. I was just like, oh no, like something's going down here, guys. Like, and then April's back. Oh no.
Yeah, there was a lot that was built up in this that it felt like, oh no, he's leaving the show. And here we are.
Yeah.
He's going to be leaving the show.
Yeah, and I guess it shouldn't be a shock. Like, Jesse's done a lot of other stuff as of late. Like, he was planning a big Broadway gig before the health crisis started. I know he played a little part on Power, which was great. Like, he's done...
And he's done some video game stuff, too.
Yeah, Detroit Become Human.
Yep.
Really, really good game. And so, on one hand, I am very, very excited for Jesse to be able to spread his metaphorical wings out there, but at the expense of Jackson leaving...
Well, here's the thing. I mean, I really like Jackson. We all like Jackson.
Yeah.
But they haven't been giving him the greatest material the past
Yeah.
little while. I would like Jackson to stay if they give him more stuff like tonight.
Yeah, I've got a lot to say about tonight. Before we say anything more here, if you guys do enjoy this video, be sure to subscribe to the channel because guess what? We have a lot of throw pillows too.
I have so many throw pillows. I swear, right before this, I was just like,
Yeah.
You know what? I'm going to bring in all my throw pillows because Jackson does not know what he is talking about, but you would not be able to see us because there are so many throw pillows and they are all fuzzy.
I don't know why I suggested this as a reason to subscribe. I don't know if it's just because it's relatable to this episode.
No, but yeah, definitely hit that subscribe button. We're going to be here for the rest of the season talking about Grace.
Okay, so I think Jesse was phenomenal in this episode. Like, really, really good.
Yeah, he was really good. I mean, the material was really good. I love the way that they did everything with April, that it wasn't just he showed up and she told him right away that her and Matthew were split. I'm glad that they went through their talk together, and when she finally agreed to this, like, really big ask, I mean, really big ask, that after she told him, things aren't going well with me and Matthew, we split, I'm really glad that they left it the way they did, where it was not all of a sudden we're jumping into bed or we're getting back together again. It was still a, hey, I'm here for you. We're going to go on this adventure together. Who knows what could happen in the future? And then you hear the daughter be like, Mommy and Daddy, off screen. I'm like, there's the hope for everybody.
That was like a weird heart. Okay, there we go. That's an actual heart. Okay, see, she's better at the heart than I am. Of course, I am Team Japril. I have always been Team Japril. Japril will live on. I can't believe I have said a ship name 3 times in that rapid of succession. I want them to be together long term. I will make no secret about it. But like you said, I'm glad it didn't happen tonight. I think it would have been too cheesy for after all of this emotional just turmoil that they end up just jumping back into each other's arms at the end of this.
No, this whole episode was about him feeling that he's always running away from things. He's running away from relationships. He's running away from all these different things. And now he's saying he has hit the curve. He's ready to start moving towards something that he feels really strongly about. So if he also then just jumped into bed with April, or they all of a sudden just got together over this one night, it wouldn't feel like his character has really taken the turn and is really moving into something else. We've been there for the ride with these two. This is something that needs to play out over a little bit of time. And I know we only have one episode left with him, but, it's some things are better for the imagination.
Yeah, and I'm fine to let the imagination sort of have this for now. I would be surprised if April's back in the next episode. I'm glad that we had the two of them for this. And I also just think you talk a little bit about how he's finally found something to sort of run towards.
Yeah.
he has been, like, they have really played this out over the years where Jackson just doesn't really know what to do with himself
No.
most of the time. Like, his retreat out into the woods where he just sort of pieced out on everyone, and that drove me crazy watching this show, like crazy.
Yeah. And I mean, you even saw him tonight out there pitching a tent in the middle of nowhere. Sort of reminded me a bit of Jenna Marbles. For all you fans of hers out there, you know that she carries around a tent in the back of her car just in case, you got to pitch a tent somewhere.
Jackson pitched a tent for a very long time, and he has just done a lot of things on this show, and like you said, a lot of it is the writing not really knowing what to do with him.
Yeah, it just feels like he's just been there to have love interest after love interest after, like, it just was not going anywhere for him.
I guess they're not really going to give any closure whatsoever now to the Joe and Jackson hookup storyline.
Well, that didn't feel like it was going anywhere.
No, it wasn't going. I'm fine with it. The only place that Jackson apparently needs to go now is Boston, because we do have to talk a little bit about this ask. So
Yep.
Here's what he says. He doesn't know Matthew is out of the picture, but he's just sort of like, I made this decision. I want you and Matthew to come with me. I want Harriet to be there. I don't want to be like my dad. I will get you guys new jobs. But this is still like, I need you to move up every facet of your life and then just go.
Yeah, you have to get rid of your house, give up your jobs, and then go to Boston because Jackson wants to be near his kid. And I understand that feeling for him, that he doesn't want to do what his dad did. He wants to be there with his daughter. He wants to make sure that he's part of her life. But that is a huge ask. You're asking 3 people to all uproot their lives, because Harriet also has a life. Yes, she's a kid, but I'm sure they have her in activities and doing whatever else with her friends and all that sort of stuff. It's a lot. 3 people to uproot their lives, give up their jobs, give up their homes, give up their community because Jackson wants to do something in Boston.
Yeah.
It's the biggest ask I think I've ever seen on TV.
And I would say like 95%, actually 99.9% of the time, I would not believe April buying into this. The only reason I believe April saying yes to this is because what April did at the altar in the past is a suggestion that April will make very quick, impulsive decisions.
Well, also she is in a frame of mind right now where her marriage is over, seemingly. She is split. He's gone. He hasn't come back. She doesn't really know kind of where she's going from here. So this could be a really good opportunity. It'll be, she'll have Harriet close to her dad. She's being offered a new job in a new city. There's lots of opportunity and adventure. And if things are ended where she is, why not take that adventure?
And I think it would be... I'm going to sit here and act like I know what April has been doing for the entire time Sarah Drew's been gone from the show, but I think it would be good for April to have a new adventure.
For sure, because it's also a bit of a safer adventure. She can have an adventure, but she still has a support system there because Jackson will be there. She's not just moving there where she doesn't know anybody.
Yeah, and I like how they constructed, sort of played around with time almost in this episode, because I didn't really know for sure at first. It was like, okay, is the dad stuff before or after the April stuff?
Yeah, Ray Jackson went to see his mom, and then I thought that was after the April stuff, and also he's like, I'm off to see April, bye. I'm like, oh, okay.
It was good.
It was good. They got me.
Yeah, and it didn't feel like it was just sort of like cheap and then playing with us. It's like, oh, okay, this all kind of makes sense. And I really liked the stuff with Jackson and his dad. It felt like they actually really kind of got to the root of some stuff, and it didn't feel rushed, and it didn't really feel corny either.
No, it was really well written, well acted. It was really good.
It was just
they had some good stuff, like tough conversations. Like you said, they did get really deep into it.
They did, and they balanced it out, I think, well, too, because it wasn't just Jackson showing up and immediately being like, why did you leave, Dad? It was, okay, here's a little casual conversation. We're going to have Jesse Williams slice some meat for a good, 2 minutes.
Yeah, and it was good, too, that he said, I should have asked this last time, why did you leave? But I didn't, so I'm not going to miss that opportunity again. I'm going to ask.
Yeah, they really, I think... Got a lot of stuff in here. I'm glad there was no like major B story where we didn't have to go back to the hospital or deal with any of that.
No, this episode needed to just be about him. If he's leaving the show, which he is,
Yeah.
this all needed to happen. It was a great episode.
I really am coming out of it feeling good. Just from the preview, it seems like Meredith and Jackson are going to have some sort of conversation, maybe.
Yeah, and she looks like she's standing. Like she's gone from being bedridden to standing. I mean, we don't know for sure that she's actually standing. I mean, maybe this is a conversation she's having in her mind where she's standing and he's maybe sitting beside her in the room. She's been like coming in and out of things. We saw that she was speaking to her daughter last time we saw her, but she was still laid up in bed. So she's standing now.
Maybe it's a time jump. Maybe they're moving. Maybe listen. Meredith's
take
great.
It, man. She's got to be out of this bed by now. I'm so done with that.
She's superhuman now that she is like alive. Her like I don't know. Her healthy cells are regenerating faster.
That's right.
Okay, well, it's one of those episodes where I just feel like there's a lot that happened, but at the same time, it's all kind of simple. And, there's not that much more to even dive into here. We love this episode.
Yeah, it was a really nice sort of character piece on Jackson of where he's been, why he's like this, what some of the root is of his dad leaving it that has sent him on this sort of spiral of running from things for his whole life. And it's a story that I think a lot of people out there can relate to, that have maybe not had relationships with their parents, that have maybe gone into that same road wondering, why. But it was nice that they did finally give him this feeling of purpose, and seeing his mom at the end say, I'm not crying because I'm sad that he's leaving. I feel this enormous amount of pride for him that I've never felt before in life, sort of thing. It was an all around just good deep dive into Jackson.
Thank you, Krista Vernoff, for not killing Jackson. I understand it's easy to press that. You already did that to DeLuca. We didn't need another person this season.
Yeah, 10 out of 10 on not killing him.
Thank you. All right, what did you guys think about this episode? Yeah, how many 10s out of 10s are you giving for not killing Jackson? And what do you want to see on his last episode? Share in the comments, and if you do like this video, subscribe, give us a like, support us further. Check those links to the store, our Patreon, and we'll see you here next time.